So last time we finished our three passes: the facing pass, the contour, and then the finishing contour. Okay, so this is to get all the rough stuff out, and then once that's done, we're going to go in and finish our piece to nominal size. All right. So now that we have that done, we're going to go ahead and start on our inside features. This should actually not take a whole lot of time. The first thing I want to do is get rid of this slot. Okay, so I'm going to use a pocket. Okay, and I'm going to use a 1/4 inch flat to do this pocket. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say I want 5,000. This all looks pretty good. My geometry is going to be this bottom oval because that is where I want it to go. So it's going to stay within the constraints of the oval and go all the way down to that face. I'm going to come down here. I want to go. I don't want to leave any stock. I want to do multiple passes. I want to go multiple passes stepping down. Now this should be half of my diameter of my tool. My tool is a 1/4 inch, so I'm going to step down half of that, which is 0.125 or an eighth. Or I could just write it as a formula. Okay. Everything else should be 0. Come down here. What? Fine. Don't be 0. Let's see if I care. Okay. Come down here, and then let's just make sure it worked. Boom. There it goes. It's cutting our piece. Yay us. Okay. And the last little bits are just to make sure that we have the right tools for the right job. This one is going to require our 0.312. So we're just going to do a peck drill. We're going to drill this hole with not a 1/4 inch. We're going to drill it with our 0.312. Boom. And that's it. Okay. Come down here. All this looks right. It's just going to go straight through for us. Oh, no, it doesn't. Uh-oh. We're going to have to do some modifications. Because we want that to go all the way through. See how it doesn't go all the way through? Alright, so we're going to have to, it's hard to see, but it does not go all the way through. So we're going to have that go down a little bit more. Okay? So we're going to come in here, and we're going to say, this one. Where is it? Nope. Get out of here. I want to drill through the bottom. Boom. And now it should go all the way through. Boom. Okay, so that one's good. Let's go back to the print and make sure that we're looking at this correctly. Okay, so if you see on this next hole, it should only be 0.5 down, but the tip is going to go a little bit further. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it, because it's going to stop at that tip, but I want it to go through the hole. So it's going to go through the hole and break the tip, just like this one did. Okay, so when I do this guy, see how the diameter stops at the hole, but the tip goes down? That's what I want this guy to do. Okay, there we go. So for this feature, I want to also go through the hole. That way the major diameter stops at the hole, but the tip goes just a little bit below. So that the diameter is 0.5. Okay? So the major diameter stops at 0.5, not the tip, because that would leave a little bit extra of the diameter. So we're going to go back up here. Okay, and this hole, because I forgot, is 0.281. So I'm going to do another peck drill. I'm going to select 0.281. Select the hole. I want to drill through the bottom. Hit OK. Boom. Let's keep doing that. This guy is 0.213. So we're going to use our peck drill for that. We're going to select the 0.213 here. This guy. And we're going to go all the way through. And the last one is 0.25, I believe. Yep, 0.25. So we're going to do our last peck drill, but make sure you don't use the end mill. Don't use the end mill. We're going to use the drill, the 0.25 drill, this one. If you use the end mill, it won't drill because it's flat. Remember that from milling. So we're going to select that. We're going to go all the way to the bottom, all the way through. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and simulate and make sure this thing works. There's our roughing passes. Roughing. Come down here. Finishing. Slotting, and then peck drilling. And we'll make sure the ones that went through the bottom. And we can measure and make sure we can't. That's interesting. But this should be to this bottom is 0.5. And there you go. And that's it. And now what you're going to turn into me is this finished toolpath. I want this. This is what I want. All right? Turn that in, and you guys are done. Then the last class, I'll show you how to post-process to make sure that this can be read by our mill, because there are thousands of different types of machines between Haas machines, the Funuk machines, the CNC router, the 3D printers, the laser. They all use their own version of cheat code, and I'm going to show you guys how to make sure that this program that we just created exists for our machine and no other. Okay? All right. Have a great rest of the day. Hope you guys are having fun at quarantine. I know I'm level 70 right now in Warzone, so that's going pretty good. Just stained glassed our window downstairs with my daughter. That was pretty cool. So yeah, let me know how everything's going.